Hello, focus. Thank you. As you may or may not have heard, the dreaded TikTok ban is going to go into effect on January 19th. Wait, let me just check that real quick. Yes, January 19th. And only going to take effect unless they sell it. And I just want to come right out and say that it's definitely rooted in racism. I mean, the whole of America is, but this in itself, I mean, even when you look at the interviews for them investigating the owner of TikTok, like, they're just being racist, and it pisses me off so bad. I mean,
so you said today, as you often say, that you live in Singapore. Of what nation are you a citizen?
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever applied for Chinese citizenship?
Senator, I served my nation in Singapore. No, I did not.
Do you have a Singaporean passport?
Yes, and I served my military for two and a half years in Singapore.
Do you have any other passports from any other nations?
No, Senator.
Your wife is an American citizen. Your children are American citizens.
That's correct.
Have you ever applied for American citizenship?
No, not yet.
Okay. Have you ever been a member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singaporean. No.
Have you ever been associated or affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party?
No, Senator. Again, I'm Singaporean.
Let me ask you some hopefully simple.
okay. Editing cup here. I didn't realize when I was screen recording this, dude. He has like the TikTok cups, and then they put they put like the American government like water bottles in front of it just to be like, look, American government. That's so stupid. I didn't even know those existed. That's actually kind of embarrassing. That's not a crazy statement, okay? It pissed everybody off, okay? I think people started liking TikTok even more after that. I mean, unless, you know, they're racist, of course. But we're all mad. And I just want to say, why are we so focused on TikTok of all places? Because, you know, there's YouTube Shorts now and Instagram Reels. So we all know they don't actually care about the safety of the kids and what it's doing to our attention span, because they're probably not going to do anything about Reels and Shorts and whatever other app that is owned in the United States. They're not going to care. If this ban does go into effect, there is always an app that takes its place. So, you know, we had Vine died. We had Musical.ly got turned into TikTok. So there will be another app, and people will probably move to YouTube and Instagram Reels. And it's not that we can't find another place to create. It's a fact that this is all happening because it was founded in or owned in China. But that's not the point of my video today, really. I want to talk about Instagram Reels, which is what I brought up. And I'm not going to go into the psychology of it and what's doing to our attention span and the risks, because I am not qualified in that. I mean, I'm not qualified in anything. I haven't gone to college or anything like that. But I just want to talk about it because that is my American right, okay? Freedom of speech. So basically, I want to say that if people actually cared for the youth's safety, me, because I'd like to think I'm still young. Maybe I'm coping. I'm 18, gonna be 19 this year, but yeah, I'm still in the teen, like 18, 19, and then when you hit 20, then you're old. You're cooked if you're 20. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I feel like I always go on a tangent. Anyway, so back to TikTok. Or no, Reels. If they actually cared, they would look into putting more rules and regulations on YouTube Shorts and specifically Reels, because I feel like when I go on Reels, I am hit with someone dying, racism, blatant racism, or homophobia, transphobia, or kinks. All those. I feel like I could scroll for like a solid 10 seconds before I hit a kink thing. Do you guys want to know? Maybe you actually don't want to know, but do you guys want to know like how much kink stuff I've gotten? I mean, I can go on a list. Okay, I've gotten feederism, I've gotten pregnancy, I've gotten furries, I've gotten pregnant furries, I've got cake sitting, I've got latex and heels and shoes. I'm not into that stuff. I texted my friends and I'm like, I'm gonna go on the record saying I don't want to see this shit, and I don't think it's gonna go away until they make a change, because it's just constant. I feel like now that I'm talking about it, my Instagram's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. We've never shown you any of this stuff. But if I, during my editing, if I come across a video, I'll screen record it, as long as it's not like too, like, not too, like, obviously I'm not gonna show you someone butt booty naked, but like I'll show you, maybe even just a picture I'll show, but I just want to like give you an example. Oh, another one is like balloons. Someone was sitting on balloons. Like, what part of that? I'm not here to kink shame, right? But like, what part of that is like, is that you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna jork it to that? Like, I'm actually curious. Y'all want to come out and tell me? Because like, is it the feeling, or like, actually don't? I probably don't want to know, actually. Like, I don't want in-depth detail. Like, that's gross. Okay, I know this is like a side tangent thing but I just saw a video that I'm gonna show you guys, but this just showed up on my feed. I feel like it's just someone trolling, but it looks weird, so I just want to show you. Share my pain. I'm gonna force you to watch it. Anyway, they're definitely doing it for clout. I think it has something to do with Smart Schoolboy 9 or whatever, but it was just weird. I was just scrolling, trying to see if I could find what I was talking about, and I just saw that, so. Weird side tangent, but there you go. Here's the problem. You're allowed to advertise your business, your adult business, and I believe that they should be allowed to do that. But the second thing is that even though it's 13 and up to be on Instagram, there's gonna be kids on Instagram. So I guess you gotta take into account of, and even then, 13-year-olds shouldn't be seeing like fetish stuff like that anyway on their feed. So if you're gonna say that Instagram is for 13 and up, then why are you allowing that on your feed? So I know this has always been a problem through the like time of internet, because kids lie about their age. And since we know that, should we just turn a blind eye and say, well, they lied and they're gonna see that? Or should we try and crack down and monitor more? I guess it also kind of comes down to the kids' parents too, if they monitor their internet access. I don't really know, because like, I like my privacy, and if my parents were to monitor my internet access 24/7 when I was like a teenager, I probably wouldn't like that. But as a parent, also, you're like, I want to protect my kids. So, like, I don't know. I'm not a parent, so like, I don't know how I'd go about that. Um, I only know as like a kid stance, but, and I don't even know if there's any like straight answer for this anyway, because the internet grew so fast that, you know, parents don't really, like, I guess it would be millennials and my generation who kind of have to figure that out. You know, if my generation, whoever in my generation plans on wanting kids or are already having kids, because you know what? They're like, my generation is Gen Z, and Gen Zers are like, what, like, up to how old? How old can Gen Z be? 27. So yeah, if they want kids. But on Reels, I definitely shouldn't see people dying or racism. And then I would argue I don't want to see homophobia or transphobia either, but you know, some people would be like, well, it's just freedom of speech. And I guess some people would argue against freedom of speech for the racism, but I would argue that just because you have freedom of speech doesn't mean you have freedom of consequences. So if people don't want hate speech on their app, then it shouldn't fucking be there, okay? I don't know. I can't believe it's crazy to be like, hey, you shouldn't be racist or homophobic, but it is crazy. It is crazy. Like, oh my god. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna crash out from that being such a hard topic to understand. I guess if what I'm trying to say is that why are we shutting TikTok down under the guise of protection when we're just gonna let Reels and YouTube Shorts be freaky as hell? And I know YouTube is a lot better at cracking down on that stuff. They or at least trying to, you know, it's not perfect because there's thousands upon thousands of videos. Like, you can't monitor everything, and I'm not saying it has to be perfect, but there is a problem, especially on Reels, and it feels like nobody's talking about it or nobody even cares. So why are we banning TikTok but not Reels? That doesn't make any sense to me. Well, I know why. Racism. So that's the end of the video, I guess. I solved racism for calling it out, and we should be good, right? I'm kidding. Literally, it just pisses me off. I don't really know how to fix it because I'm not a lawmaker or legislator. You can always call into your governor and whatever, but I just want to talk about it because the more people that talk about it, the more people at least are aware. In theory. So yeah. Bye guys.